Assalamualaikum, my name is QISTINA, so I'm going to introduce you about our group assignment video. This study was carried out to determine the relationship between the number of blood packets at the blood bank in General Hospital and the number of blood donors in Malaysia. This study was undertaken by a group of students in semester 3 under the Faculty of Applied Science class of A4AS 20311. By using the subject we have studied, which is statistic 108, that well known as statistic and probability, we are able to define two variables which are dependent and independent variable. The dependent in this study is number of blood packet, and the independent in this study is number of blood donors. Next, we move to the objective of this assignment. First objective is to analyze the relationship between the number of blood packets at the blood bank in General Hospital and the number of blood donors in Malaysia. Second, to analyze the correlation between number of blood donors and number of blood packets. Last but not least, to determine whether the distribution is skewed.
To the chapter 2, which is the methodology. In this chapter, we have a three main point, which is data description, graphical technique, and also the numerical technique. We go to the first technique, which is the data description. As we can see in the poster, I put the description of variable, which is the data we use to obtain our objective. For the objective number 1 and number 2, we use correlation and regression as the method, and for the objective number 3, we use a descriptive method. So let's move to the another one. Okay, we go to the graphical technique, which is we only use two graphical technique, the histogram and scatter diagram. And for the last technique is numerical technique, which is we have a 7 statistical technique. The first one is measure of central tendency, mean, median, mode. And the second one is measure of position, first quartile, third quartile, and second quartile. And then the third one is measure of dispersion, which is range, interquartile range, quartile division, or semi-interquartile range. So this is the formula. How do we calculate it? For the number 4 statistical technique, we use variance, standard deviation, and mean deviation. Number 5, percent coefficient of skewness. Number 6, correlation analysis, which is the percent product moment correlation coefficient, which is the small letter r, and then the coefficient of determination r square. And the last one is regression analysis, which is the linear regression. And then this is the formula that how we calculate it. So that's all for chapter 2. We go to next chapter.
For the chapter 3 is result and integration. So this is our data, and this is month, number of blood packets, and number of blood donor. As we know, number of blood packet is dependent variable, and number of blood donor is independent variable, and are classified as quantitative data. So this is graph of number of blood donor. As we can see, is distribution is skewed to the left. So this is graph for number of blood packets. So distribution is normally distributed. So this is graph for a scatter plot. As we can see, is a strong positive linear between number of blood donor and number of blood packets. For 3.2, it is descriptive statistic analysis. So as you can see, number of blood donor, we can see mean is 368.333, and median is 370.000, and mode is 170.00. For number of blood packets, we can see the statistic. The mean is 7.500, median is safe, like mean, so is 7.5000, and mode is 7. The last part is 3.3 is correlation and regression analysis. So as we can see, percent product moment correlation coefficient R, we get 0.979. So there is strong positive linear relationship between number of blood donor and number of blood packet. So for the coefficient of determination R square, we times with R, so we get 95.8%. So 95.8% of variation of number of blood packet, we can explain of the variation number of blood donor. So the remaining 4.2% is explained by the other factor. For the linear regression equation, is y equal to a plus bx. So we get y equal to negative 0.012 plus with 0.020x. That's all for chapter 3. Let's go to conclusion.
In this study, we can conclude that the median for the number of blood donor is greater than the mean. In result, the data distribution is skewed to the left. The median for the number of blood packet is equal with the mean. In result, the data distribution is normally distributed. The overall skewness of the variable is 0.198. The pattern of scatter diagram that we plot shows that the relationship between two variables is a strong positive relationship. In the same method, our percent product moment correlation coefficient is 0.979, which tells us it is a high positive linear relationship between two variables. When number of blood donor is increased by 1 month, the number of blood packet will increase by 0.020 packet. In conclusion, this evidence shows that single blood donors significantly influence the number of life-saving blood packets that can be obtained, making a crucial and compassionate contribution to help others in need, urging us all to contribute to this essential act of generosity and community support.